The scars remain. Hundreds of new lawsuits are hitting the Catholic Church in the Bay Area and Northern California. Accusations of clergy sex abuse and cover-up. As investigative reporter Candice Nguyen found out, many are based on allegations from decades ago, filed now under a new law.
The big question facing these accusers is why now? The church contends the state law allowing for these new claims is unconstitutional, while the alleged victims say there shouldn't be a statute of limitation on abusing children.
I felt like it was somehow my fault.
I was scared.
Two adult accusers coming forward with claims about being abused as children.
And the next thing I know, just with playful tickling and things, my hands were tied to a chair in this room.
We're calling her Jane Doe because she doesn't want to be identified. She says she was a child at St. Joseph's Church in Pinole when she was sexually assaulted by Stephen Keesley. The same man Brian Barnes says abused him starting when he was 11. Twice convicted, Keesley has been accused of molesting dozens of children, earning the name the Pied Piper of the Oakland Diocese.
One time in a room there were several other boys. We were instructed to pull our pants down, to pull our underwear down, being fondled.
An internal letter from decades ago shows the diocese was warned of Keesley, a convicted child molester working as a youth ministry coordinator in Pinole and Union City. But nothing was done after 8 months of repeated notifications.
It was just brushed under.
Barnes and Doe are plaintiffs in a new wave of claims against the Catholic Church. In 2019, state lawmakers approved a 3-year window for clergy abuse lawsuits based on older allegations. That window started last year, and for the first time, we're getting a sense of how many accusers there are in Northern California.
I'm aware of about 600 cases and clients combined.
600 cases, Rick Simmons says, of possible victims coming forward to attorneys. There are many more we'll never hear from, he says.
The number of survivors is much larger because some have passed away.
Many are wondering why it took so long for this case to be filed and so many others.
And it was just something that I was never going to be able to share with my parents. It would have devastated them.
Before passing, did they ever know any of this?
I've never told anybody.
I was unaware that others were coming forward with this. I didn't even tell my wife in the first 30 years of our marriage.
Both the Archdiocese of San Francisco and the Diocese of Oakland declined our interview requests. In a statement, the Oakland Diocese said it continues to work with leadership on how it can stop abuse, and it's come a long way. But the church is challenging the constitutionality of the new law, saying in court filings, it's punishing the defendants by depriving their rights of immunity. It also argues too much time has passed and there's been a loss of evidence.
Their fear on the church's side is not that evidence is missing. Their fear is still way too much evidence out there.
In your opinion, is the Catholic Church still covering up sexual abuse by its priest and church staff?
Well, yes, let's look no farther than Oakland, where Keesley operated.
Tonight, there are new allegations of sexual abuse.
Just last month, our investigative unit told you about new sexual abuse claims against 2 Oakland Diocese priests, one who was still working at the time. The diocese said it considers all allegations of misconduct by clergy serious, but Barnes believes not serious enough.
When people ask me about, oh, why are you suing the church? It's to protect children from this happening again.
Simmons says most of the lawsuits are naming known pedophile priests, but new names will emerge. An Alameda County judge is expected to rule on the church's challenge against the law later this month. We've reached out to Keesley, but haven't heard back. Candice Nguyen, NBC Bay Area News.